Alright. Back here again. Let's play Revisit. I want check pointer on. I might want that. Without power, that's unfortunate. It's also a wall pants here. Yeah. Wall pants works. Unless you get that type of wall pants. Which I guess it's just a 50-50, as we all know. But there's usually snails like right here. Probably safe to do that. Gab gang. Maybe eventually, I don't know. Probably not. I really should have checkpointer on. Did you just not get a roll on that last one? I feel like I would know that already. Hello. Welcome to the stream. And also this jump. I guess I can slide for a bit longer first. And also go forward for a bit longer. Like that. It'd be funny if there's some sort of movement that can be done here. I probably shouldn't mess with eye pounces. This particular jump is a little bit annoying. I guess it's easier just to like randomly walk down or slide down the pole for a little bit. If I do a full high jump, I end up there. If I bonk my head, I end up down here. It's just a very specific jump angle. Could I do like the tiniest jump possible? That's the thing. If I hold the jump button for too short, then it's also not enough. Also, don't mind the scavengers that tend to spawn in this room. I think that might be the problem. So 3 jump inputs. 2, 3. Mess it up. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be the whole stream, by the way. I don't really intend on doing attempts today. I could do a little jump right there. My main goal here is just to kind of relearn and learn some new movement as well. And then once I have every room down, I can do attempts. This run is really not the worst at all when it comes to RNG. There might be scavengers and snails in these first few rooms that can be annoying. What else? Leeches, I guess, but leeches usually you can just move fast enough to avoid. And then the shoreline, I guess, wait, garbage wastes has like a white lizard. I guess also scavengers, but I think scavengers usually aren't a problem in garbage wastes. I think a little jump right after the platform here. I might need to restart this. Just to... Oh, does it reset the timer if you do that? Hello. Welcome to the stream. You know, Shrub, since you're here, I can ask you. You use SOCG, right? Which is useful for like Wiggle Flight. But Wiggle Flight is not useful for runs. Most of the time, Yadicat is trying his hardest to find a run where Wiggle Flight is viable and like saves a significant amount of time. Maybe in the Watcher. So I know that like it's supposed to make some movement easier, like Haltern Vaults or EI jumps. But I wonder, do you just like... So when you enabled SOCD and started using it like regularly, did you like practice doing EI jumps trying to take advantage of SOCD? Because I know that if you... What you can do, if I had an item, here we go. What you can do is hold one direction and then just tap. So I'm not throwing the spear because I don't want to spin it in the wall. I probably should just find a rock. What you do is just like... So I'm moving to the right. Hold right and then tap left and throw at the same time. And then jump. While holding down right the entire time. And that somewhat consistently gets an EI jump, but I feel like if I practiced EI jumps that way, it might be consistent. I don't know if anyone does it like that. And also if there's any possibility that SOCD stops being allowed in case Book of Flight gets out of hand, then you don't want to build muscle memory for movement that takes advantage of it, right? I love spamming the number keys to get DevTools to do stuff. So yeah, you just do the EI jump as normal, and there's a chance that SOCD will make you do it correctly if you would have messed up the inputs otherwise. Because that's something that I've been wondering. Should I be changing my movements such that I take advantage of SOCD on purpose? Like with whip, doing not whiplash, wall pads chains. You just like hold down one direction, and then tap the other direction every time you switch. Every time you hit the wall. Wouldn't do it on purpose. Because like right here, in this spot, I found out that I can do this wall bounce really easily if I just, the moment I jump off of this wall, press down and left at the same time, while holding down the right the whole time. Instead of trying to like switch back and forth to left and right really quick. I think if you use DevTools, it just kills you. It's like it's the whatever the fluid is in Rubicon, lava or acid or whatever. It's basically acid just kills you. Alright, I want to test because I want to reset to bring this fruit back. If I jump, I can still pick up the fruit and land on the platform here. I also kind of like the idea of eating these fruit and doing an ice or an eye pounce. Because you're going from a standstill to I want to cross this gap. But the jump or the eat button is so far away from the jump button when I do an eye pounce. Like that kind of looks like it would work. It's so difficult. What are you saying? Anyone else still hasn't beat Survivor yet? Still has every on known to man? What? Okay, I can't eye spin or eye pounce. Goodness. I do think it's a little bit funny to see people play Rain World with like 20 mods enabled, and that is their default experience. Like imagine being a YouTuber and uploading a video like, hey, today we're gonna play Rain World. We have this little challenge that we're gonna do, and then there's like 20 mods that add like random sound effects, different creatures and actions that you can do, and like camera scroll and movement or like simplified movement or whatever, and like all that stuff. Just my slug cat. Can I do a? Hold on, this is silly. No! Come on. Oh, because I reset the cycle timer. Decide on the slope. The point is that I can jump store. I don't know if jump storage works with eye pounces. But I was trying to get jump store and then eye pounce the moment the gate opens. Clown Longlegs, exactly that. Oh, that's difficult. Doing an eye pounce while holding down jump. I just let go immediately. Also, this is kind of fitting music. Okay, today is not an eye pounce kind of day. Oh, there we go. eye pounces kind of make me sad. That there is a way to do them somewhat consistently, but it's not consistent enough or easy enough to access that it's actually practical. It's like just barely not at that point. Like, yeah, it's possible to be done, but like, it's not like like if I want to backflip, just like bam, I can backflip like wherever I want, and it's very practical to use if you want to gain height and all that. Like if I want to eye pounce, like maybe there's situations where an eye pounce and eye spin would be very practical, but the time that it takes for me to move my hand into the right position to do an eye pounce is longer than the time that it would save from doing an eye pounce. So it's just not practical. This little ledge, this little like, this pipe is really annoying. You could maybe do a do that. Like, yeah, here's the thing, like if you overshoot this jump, if you like go backwards instead of the slide pounce, I think water movement as Riv is fast enough generally. There are some situations though where like the only movement that you do is jumping in a room. And maybe like you just like get ready for a I can't do that. I can't access fast roll fast enough either. And I don't want jump storage either. If I turn storage, I tend to also turn around, which kind of correct my movement. Could I do a... Hold on, I have an idea. I don't think this works. Oh, yeah, it goes too high anyways. Would a slide pass from here be better? Probably. And also is a... Yeah, that might be worth doing. Yeah, sorry, this isn't a very interesting stream. I kind of ran out of ideas for Watcher stuff. I don't know when Food Quest is gonna work. Subway Surfers. Nine Soul speedrun? I wish. Honestly. Like, what? Hold on. I'm watching that back. I just wall jumped off of nothing. Did I like raise the corner enough to get like jump or wall jump storage? That was like coyote time. That's so weird. Arena gameplay? Hold on, are people playing Arena right now? Yeah, I'm gonna open that up on the side and just put it on the stream. No, it is Arena. They stopped bingo a while ago. Unless the stream preview was lying to me. I think I like a slide pounce from there. That not work. Maybe I'm holding down. Up. Three RDs. Oh yeah, Nine Souls. Like, Nine Souls sounds like a lot of fun. But there's a lot of downtime. A lot of like in between sections. Like dialogue with characters that you have to skip. Cutscenes. Whoops. Chaining when I'm not supposed to. What if I just like did this? Small platform. I know, that doesn't really line up. Why is that second wall path not working? Am I pressing jump too late? Oh, that one worked. I don't know what was wrong, what I was doing wrong with that wall pounce. I know what I'm doing wrong there. Get jump storage first. I'm trying to change direction too quickly. Also, I don't know if there's like a way to like extend this chain. You could do like this, but it's kind of awkward because you need to end up at that exact location to go through the pipe. Probably just do it like that, and then mess that up again. I got jump storage in the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what direction you're facing. Oh, this is like this is a situation where you're so close to the wall. Yeah, you need to like double tap jump really quickly to get this wall pass. And a slide here is pretty good. Just go through the pipe. Yeah, that's good for this room. There's usually a spider in the way. So it's not guaranteed that you can get this movement. Also, the slide path kind of goes too far. You can just slow down on purpose. What is this room? This is just like hold right. Yeah, just review the things, you know, like, oh, I'm so fast all the time, I'm always overshooting my goals. I'm always putting in 110%. Oh my goodness. Can I not wall pounce when I don't want to? Just press up immediately. Okay, first plunk room. Don't slide past there, that's a trap. Unless maybe... It'd be cool if you could like go into an upright state mid slide pounce. Whoa, that was like a weird boost out of the water that I got. I'm pressing up or down too late or too early. I would just said everything incorrect. But bounce off the water. Okay, do I want to jump off the pole here? Maybe. No, that was a good angle though. I also picked up a bat fly. That just straight up went the wrong direction. Maybe go. Okay, here's an idea. That didn't work. Still went forward though. Through weather we're having. Why is your profile picture changing? Or are there two accounts? That was kind of ideal. That wasn't. Yeah, I landed too early. Hello. I am in fact running this again. Changed it. And I sure wish there was a convenient button to press that could reset you back to the start of the room. Wouldn't that be so nice? Maybe like that. Also, this is another room where there tends to be a lizard right where you want to plink. That just went backwards. I guess it doesn't matter if I hold forward or not. I'm still capped at the same speed. Too early. Just straight up. Straight up not having a good time. Oh, this is not the Let's Go Gambling speedrun. That's like every other category. This is maybe the least Let's Go Gambling speedrun. Jumps for slide past get races to pull. I will try doing that. Like from here? Oh, you to get to that pull, or this pull? It doesn't quite go as far as I'd like. Maybe she was throw boosted. Doesn't really make a difference. That's like my items keep disappearing in this room. Or no, I keep taking fall damage and leaving the items up here. There we go. That's not really good either. Are plinks random? I have no idea, honestly. I think plinks are chaotic. Which is effectively the same thing. If you were like frame perfect with all of your inputs, and also, actually no, they are random because the water moves, right? The surface of the water affects the plink, and there's waves in the water, especially in shoreline. It's more difficult to deal with there. This water is pretty still, so it's mostly consistent. But you know, if there's like a creature that moves the water a little bit, that might affect your movement. Okay, I'm still doing those. No, there's not really any movement I can get you that, like, all the way up here. Nice little flashes, thank you. If I could get a roll pounce there. Why is that, like, just barely possible? Like, you like bounce off of the corner. I guess if you could get that consistent, that would probably be the fastest option there. But there's like a little bit of a risk of not going far enough with that slide pounce and getting stuck on that little platform. Like you have to do the slide pounce late, which if you play Rivet, you know that if you try to do a late slide bounce, this happens. Yeah, you see? The random part is to be clipped through the wall. Tragic. It's so weird, that little corner bounce. It's like just so perfectly aligned. Not let you... It kind of works out, but it's inconsistent, which I'm not a fan of. I don't know what that movement was. I think I'll move on. Wall pounce. Oh man. Rivet's hard to control. Definitely. I don't know where you would do a slide bounce here. Also, you could do... No, that's not correct. You can do that. I guess grab the pole. I don't feel like that's really... I kind of like this option more. Jump towards normal slide bounce. I forgot to turn on lap mod again. Like that. That doesn't really go that high at all, though. I really like the height that you get from that. Kind of gets over, because there's usually scavengers here. What layout on my keyboard am I using? Arrow keys for movements, spacebar for jump, D for throw, shift for grab. So I'm kind of like, my left hand is on WASD sort of. I use W for fast roll too. Maybe you do like a... like that sort of thing. That sort of thing is inconsistent. Yeah, there's two variants of the slide or the corner wall pants that you can get, and one of them is fast and one of them is slow. Which is really fun. I guess if you recognize that you get the slow one, you could try doing a throw boost. Or just always do the throw boost. That might be good. Yeah, that was the slow one. And it gets you up to the platform better. So I think just always throw boost there. Probably a good idea. That went too high. Okay. Never mind, maybe. So that fixes the slow one, but it makes the fast one too fast. That's fun. Hey, could I do a slide pass right here? Not really. I guess if you could recognize what kind of wall punch you get. Hard to tell. Actually running? Yeah, it's well. This is not a run yet. I'm practicing. I mean, that was actually faster. So okay, if you delay the throw boost a little bit. I'm getting the slow variant now. Come on. Can you get one fast wall pants? Hello? For demonstration purposes. This would make you think that it's consistent. Like, oh, whatever inputs I'm doing now, that's how you get the slow variant. No, it's never consistent. Okay, now I got the fast one and I forgot the third boost. Yes, Planck percent is an official category, but that doesn't really mean anything, and we're probably planning on adding more categories fairly soon, anyways. Which is why I say moon percent and not Planck percent, because moon percent might include other slug cats, like Saint. Remember to catch that pole, but also that's like a little bit dangerous because you might die by a scavenger when you're on that pole. I really like the throw boost there. I guess there's a chance that, you know, all those weirds that are here, the scavengers would have picked them up. But there's pretty much always something to grab here, right? I'd rather grab the vertical pole there, not the horizontal one. Oh well, let's move on. Yeah, okay, so there's potential for another tournament. If you're not familiar, Fury ran his tournaments for Rainworld Arena mode like a few months ago. I kind of forget when it was exactly. That was mostly because they ran a lot, or they played a lot of arena mode just during their streams with like a bunch of viewers. And so the skill level was like pretty mixed. You know, some casual Rainworld players, some people have played Rainworld for a little while, but like no crazy people. And they basically said like, okay, these arena games that we're doing are pretty fun. What if we did a tournament? Set up a tournament, and then someone, I think it was Polar Cat, basically went into the speedrun, or the Rainworld speedrun Discord server, and was like, hey, there's a tournament, anyone want to join? And that's when I became aware of the tournaments, and a few other players as well. I was aware. I kind of hope that I didn't leave the impression of like being just some speedrunner that showed up because there was a tournament, and that I actually don't watch Scurry at all. I am a Scurry fan. I'm just very quiet in the community. I usually don't talk in like stream chats or anything. I'm a little bit worried now for potential of another tournaments that a bunch of arena players are going to show up who have spent the past few months practicing arena and who are going to be at a much higher level of skill than just more casual players who might just want to join for fun, you know. There is maybe a little bit more balance Artificer you can remove the stun from Artificer to make them more balanced. It's actually weaker than Rivulet. So really, it's the one that needs to be nerfed. At that point of eternity, though, yes, but also, yeah, I guess so. It's kind of more for content though, and just like let's set up more arena games in like a more organized fashion rather than just creating a lobby and letting like 20 people join. I really preferred the tournament games being 4 players only, whereas most arena lobbies go to like 8, like 10 player, like, you know, just kind of like keep piling on people and it becomes a bit chaotic. Where's the mechanics? Oh my goodness, this semi-solid platform. Rain World Arena mode is not it's not a fighting game. You know, this Rain World was never designed. Well, I guess it kind of was initially designed to be like arena mode. That was like one of the earlier versions of the game. But you know, Rain World is not a fighting game. It's not like the most balanced thing in the world. And there's a few different play styles depending on how much you care about winning. Something that's really fun to do is if you see a player camping at the bottom of the map, like a Saint, who's like kind of hanging below the map, hiding away from everyone else. It's really fun to jump off the map and then try to hit them with a spear as you're falling to your death, which is obviously a really bad strategy because it guarantees that you die. But if you hit the person who's camping down there, it's really funny, right? And I always go for it. But if you're trying to win, you're never going to do that. And therefore, the Saint player can just hang out at the bottom and just wait until there's the last one remaining. Or I guess like the last 2 remaining. You know, every time you engage in a fight, there's a chance that you die and lose to it. And like lose the round, right? So, like, what if you just hide in the corner, wait for everyone else to fight until there's just 1 player left, and then there's only 1 chance for you to mess it up, right? Instead of like the multiple fights that you might have to go through to be the last one standing. So I guess that's start banning this kind of strats. Well, like where's the line exactly? Like, what if just at the start of the round you just kind of go to a corner of the map just to like stay safe from the initial chaos? Is that camping? I guess like no, it isn't. But like how long do you how long do you have to stay in that spot for be considered camping, you know? And maybe you're just trying to be strategic and like wait for the right opportunity to like enter yourself into the fights. Like maybe you don't have a spear and you need to wait for yourself. You need to wait for a safe opportunity to grab a spear. Maybe you're waiting for them, like your opponents, to move into a position where it's easier to hit them. Camping means you're possible to hit. Like going off screen. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can, like if you're Rivulet, you can wall pounce up at the top of some maps to stay safe. If you're Saint, you can go to the bottom of the map. Artificer can kind of do the same thing with their double jumps, and like appearing or hitting spears into the wall. And I actually do think with a smaller lobby of like 4 players, you know, if you're in a lobby of like 8 players, chances are half the players are going to die in like 10 seconds and probably less. So it's pretty ideal to like stay out of it at first. But when there's 4 players, if every player hides, nothing is going to happen. And so someone needs to get in the fight. Someone needs to kill someone else to get things going and to eventually be the last one remaining. So I think you're more incentivized to try to fight and be more active when there's less players. And if it's a 1v1, then you always have to fight. You know, that's the only win condition. camping doesn't help you at all, unless you want to like unless you're Rivulets and you want to win with the rain at the end of the round, but that's also kind of lame. Like, I gotta stop doing that. There's also, yeah, kills would be really interesting. I do want to see that version of Arena where you're going for kills on purpose, because then camping, maybe you're the last one standing, but you didn't get any kills, or most likely you don't get any kills. At most, like, you're the last of 2 remaining, and you get the last kill. But like, that's 1 kill versus someone who may have been really active in the round, who got 3 kills but died. You know, they would still be ahead of you. But it's just like with like all the lag and like desync between players, it's really hard to keep track of kills. So there's probably have to be like an updates or some other mod that goes along with Meadow that fixes that problem and keeps track of kills better. Unless you literally wanted to like have everyone record their screen and count them up like manually at the end. But even then, it can be hard to tell who gets kills with like spears kind of teleporting around. Bluetooth spears, as some people like to say. Yeah, when there are 4 players, that does sound easier to just track manually. And if you can't, just like rewind the VOD. Alright, that was really ideal, Blink. I love when cicadas dance like that. Would it be better, or maybe more consistent, to do a roll pounce on that platform? It's a lot slower than a slide pounce. Not inspired. I don't think that flank is very good. I do think that, like, I don't think clip farming is that different than just trying to win. There are like some like if the clip is like just like you killing yourself to like kill someone else, that can be kind of interesting sometimes. Or like using it like in Gantry. Is that the map with like all the bombs, like blowing yourself up to get someone else? That could be kind of cool, but a lot of the time, like, hitting trick shots is like the ideal strategy, because you can hit someone with a spear really far away or at an angle where it's hard for them to hit you. Like, usually it's easier to throw a spear downwards than upwards, so if you're above someone, you can try to hit them with a down spear. This Kid is trying to get me to move. I'm just sitting here. Like, people can still play for style points while also like trying to win. So I don't think it's like completely boring when everyone is trying to. But even then, I don't think people are trying to win. I appreciate the people who are like, I'm probably not good enough to make it to the end of the tournament, so I'm just gonna mess around instead, and maybe like play Gourmand. And then if they do win, it's hype because it's a Gourmand win, you know. That's fast fall. Maybe, what if there was like a, what if there was like a vote for like the, how do you say this? Like the audience pick for like the most fun player, the most like stylish player. Like, even if they don't win, even if they don't survive the later rounds in the tournament, they can still be voted back into the game if they're interesting enough to watch. This room is pretty simple. I don't think I need to. I need to remember when I enter this room, like to rush for the shelter immediately instead of just going to the gates. I always forget to do that. Also, sorry, I've been kind of ignoring YouTube chat. Arena mode does keep track of kills, but it's really not very accurate at all. I think it tends to track the host's kills most accurately, but then like the more ping someone has, the less likely it is that they actually get their kills tracked. Or I don't know if that's exactly what has to do with it, but you can't trust those numbers unless there was an update that specifically like tried to fix that. But I don't know how that'd be done. Just vote Scurry back in. Maybe. It'd be cool to see Scurry make it further in the tournament, but also I feel like the average skill level in Arena has gone up a lot. I don't know what the players will be if there is another tournament. Losers bracket. Double elimination kind of leads to really long games. So for like a single stream, kind of goes on for a long time. Unless like there's a lot more players and it's like a multi-day thing. How do we do this room? This lump of like garbage is like in the way. I could just land down here and do but the pole is in the way. Rain whirl. So true. Hold on, I'm yep, a reference. Not picking up the karma flower, no. It's not even gonna do anything helpful at all. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I tried to throw boost with the bubble fruit, and it just popped. And that gave me a boost. So yeah, I guess I could try that. Try to like roll for a while and then throw boost. And it does kind of land you at the top of that. Yeah, all these bubble fruit that you want to throw boost with, but they pop before you can throw them. So this is a room. That was probably like ideal actually. That kind of blink there, but that's like impossible to control. It's already hard enough to control the angle that you get. Controlling the speed that you get. Good luck. Oh, and not plummeting down while trying to hold right. Like for ants. What I'm trying to do here, it really depends on the height of the water. The waves are bigger in shoreline, and you're already so close to the surface of the water on this little platform. So try to wait for the wave to go down. Do the plank. Like right now. No, that was a little bit too early. I think that one should have worked. There we go. So at this point in the run, I pretty much need to get each point first try. That's kind of necessary. Maybe that's the problem with the water is too low, actually. Now, nope. You could always try doing that. But getting a good jump out of water is so inconsistent. Time for the space launch. Yep. For the space program. Rainworld fanfic where 5 Pebbles sends Artificer into space. Yep. That's a sentence. I shouldn't have gotten that. I guess you could try like vaulting. I'm not very good at vaults. Even then, it doesn't really work that great. There's this really cool thing called the internet where you can go and like search up questions and get answers to those questions whenever you want, actually, as long as you have internet connection. It's a pretty niche thing, I know, but it's pretty useful. Okay, now I'm not getting it anymore. That was kind of neat. Maybe not that slow even. Yeah, there might be points where the water actually goes too low. "17 pages of AI-generated misinformation." You ever search up something about Rainworlds and the Google AI just comes up with some complete nonsense? It doesn't know anything about Rainworlds. That was good. Yeah, I kind of see it now. Like, you want to wait for the water to be at a specific level, not just as low as possible. Like, right now, this is too bad, but, like, that was good. Using a search engine that's not Google? What? That's a crazy idea. Oh well, I'll move on. Just kidding, I forget to press the button. That looked like a plank because of the bubbles, but I didn't actually get any speed. I don't know what that is. It happened again. Too high. That was like really vertical. I don't know if this is the backup. I messed up the plank, time to plank again. Five pebbles. I still do 2 jump inputs for ploinks. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's necessary at all, but it feels natural. Just press it extra hard. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. It's like Geometry Dash players. Gotta click harder for some reason. Hold on, I don't know if I've talked about Geometry Dash much on stream. Do we have any GD players in the YouTube chat? And I mean, like, not like you played it in school. Who knows how many years ago? Because I know basically everyone has. So last difference? I guess a platforming game where you press the jump button. Three jump inputs. Oh, you mean multiple like if you're using keyboard, you have multiple buttons on the keyboard that jump for tech stuff. The Impossible Game. That's basically the same thing. 16, 17. What was that? 2.1. Wait, actually, when did 2.1 come out? AI overview. Geometry Dash 2.1 was released 6 years ago on January 16th, 2023. So correct. 2017? Okay, that was actually before 2.1, so you're basically an ancient. But that was good. I don't know, I think I still just do the two inputs. Just kidding, I went backwards. Was 30 years ago, feel old yet? Is that how it works? Bloodbath is still basically impossible, by the way. I think some GD players have lost some perspective. That if the average person, and even the average Jamashech player tries to play that level, they're not making it past the straight fly. And that's not even the hardest part. It's actually maybe one of the easier parts if you're good at straight flying. I'm not sure what the... I know that the... Michigan's part is really hard, and like 80% is really hard, and I don't really know anything else about the level. Don't want that. I still don't understand how this happens. I think that's actually just holding jump or holding down too early, maybe. Not that hard compared to the rest of the level. Top 1000 demons aren't possible. That includes like a good amount of insane demons too. But that's probably correct. I'd argue that like hard demons are the point where it gets unreasonable for most players. Like medium demons like aren't that bad. How many extremes? Like 900 something? This is the plug that you really should not mess up. This is like the easiest one. Nope, I have one to go backwards, actually. Yeah, Demon Park. Hardest level ever. Right, but the salamanders in this room also kind of suck. Shrub, what do you have against Rivulet? I understand that Karmic Hatchet kind of sucks. That's a reasonable complaint, and like drainage system in general. Like Plink percent doesn't really have any major problems with it, and Plinks can become consistent. Like, just like look at all the people in Arena who play Arena who like can do Plinks all the time. Hit the movement. Okay. It is a bit slippery. I just find Rivulet movement to be very fun. And definitely overpowered. Beat Artie. Congrats. How badly? I hope Artie is okay. I do actually genuinely that Rivulets campaign would be better if their movement was toned down a little bit. Oh, the stream. We were doing so well. Just a little hiccup. I think we're good. I was saying, Rivulet would be better if they were toned down. Like if you think of the difference between Survivor and Hunter, maybe go like 2 times that increase. Or maybe 3 times that increase. And like, it's not a huge difference between Survivor and Hunter. So just like a little bit more than that, a little bit more jump heights. And also, the swimming should not be the way it is. Although I'm pretty sure that is why Plunks work the way they do. Because their swimming is different. Every other situation where you want to swim, normally, it's like way too hard to control. That's why Salination is actually a really good region for the speedrun, specifically. Don't get it twisted. Because you have a bubble bead for the whole thing, and you just swim with base Survivor movements. But without worrying about like your breath, you can just like swim boost as much as possible. It's actually drown above water. You have to be in water, or else. I accidentally pressed the key to undo Paimon. No, okay, so Rivulets, my least favorite part about Rivulets is the rot. And that one of your main goals is not to blow up, that's Artie. One of your main goals is to go through 5 Pebbles structure, which is completely infested with rot, right? And it's a mix of low gravity movements and rot everywhere, so you just like might die if you mess up your movements. But that is like the opposite of what Rivulet wants to do, which is to like run around at full speed, right? It's a very like stop and go like puzzle platformer kind of area, whereas Rivulet is a speedrunner. There's some regions that are really fun to navigate through, like Sky Islands. Sometimes has a lot of these like flat rooms you can slide bounce across, and gaps that you can cross really easily. It's like, nope, you're trapped in a box full of rot. Have fun. And also go to a region that's completely flooded with your swimming physics that are also not very fun to control. Yeah, Riv can go up the wall. The wall is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of movement optimization you can do there. Right, I'm getting turn storage from this little maneuver I'm doing. Yeah, like the beginning of Rip's campaign is kind of sick, where it's like you only have a few minutes to get to the next shelter, so you gotta run as fast as possible, get food, get to the shelter, repeat that a few times. Maybe it's a pre-cycle, so you get a little bit more time to travel further. And then you get to the rot and it all just kind of falls apart. Especially like after the rarefaction cell, because then you're even more overpowered at their movements. Be able to turn on low gravity, plus the cycles are super long now. Oh, if I just had turn, well, I'm not gonna get turn storage normally. I'm using a mod to repeat rooms multiple times for practice, so I don't need to like backtrack to retry a room. And also, if Rivulet was just slower, and by slower I mean like their walking speed. Okay, it's pretty fast, pretty big improvement over Survivor, but it's not like ridiculous. Their backflip though is like absurd. Like, what is this? What is this backflip? Just like cheating backflip. Also, what is this wall pounce? Like, this is absurd. This should be like half the height, which would still be a lot higher than Survivor when you do a corner wall pounce, right? And it'd still be really fun to move around. It just because it basically make the whole world bigger, which means you have more space to run around instead of doing one slide pounce like across an entire screen. It's like the same problem that Gourmand has, where their slides are longer, but there's not enough room for them to do slides. Half the time you do a slide as Gourmand, you're gonna slam into a wall. Yeah, there's like 5 rooms in the game where you like have enough space to do like a full E-slide. Stream Master is better. Yeah, the echo is messing with my game and forcing me in a cycle, a repeating pattern. Oh, the jellyfish was grabbing me. I was wondering why I was stuck over there. I don't know what's so funny about that line of dialogue. You're stuck in a cycle, repeating pattern, and you want a way out. I've repeated that. I've quoted that like so much. And it applies to so many scenarios. It really is like a great cycle. Yeah, the way out is actually just not playing this game anymore. Rainworld is telling you to touch grass. Oh, almost thread the needle. That I also got stunned. It's a funny way to think about Rainworld. Like, man, this game sure does give me the feeling of being stuck in a cycle of suffering forever. I really wish I could ascend, and then you ascend and you're like, finally, I'm done with that game. I have finally escaped the cycle. If the game is telling you the correct story, then it wants you to quit. But also that's not entirely true. I mean, Downpour is kind of against that. That's why I figured out. That's why Downpour is selling you the narrative that the cycle is a good thing. It wants you to play forever and be invested in Rainworld so that they can just pump out infinite DLCs that you'll keep buying. Anyway, never mind. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Yeah, infinite money glitch. I was literally just about to say that I should move on from this room because it's like the easiest plank. And then I messed it up. Oh, I almost clipped through the wall. That's the ideal point. It's not. That also is not. I keep expecting to jump out of the water with more height. I just get nothing. The double tapping? What's wrong with the double tapping? It seems to be working. Damn. Hole in one. That's almost looking out of the map. Buckets. Yeah, where's Rivet Planking Goal? We've got like multiple like goals and ideas for modders. Like, where's the Sisyphus push the? Whoops, sorry about that. Where's the like push the ball toy up a hill? What was the other one? Oh, Slogat Soccer. Kinos? Generator. That's me. All of the ideas, none of the skill to actually make the ideas a reality. Why am I getting that plank consistently? As in, I've done it twice and I've succeeded twice, but... If you want to do a plank, then jump into the water from some heights. I think from like this platform is high enough. Jump into the water, and then when you're like one slug at height above the water, press down, and then press jump when you hit the water. Or I press jump twice. You might want to mess around with the timing. I don't know what it is exactly, but like you press jump sometime when you hit the water, and you press down before you hit the water. You can look at the input display on the bottom left. Oh, it happened. Oh, that just happened a second time. At least I came back in. I feel like I need to read this whole thing out. Wait a minute. Rainworld is a commentary on the modern youth. It's a story about how the new generation of iterators spend too much time on Discord What? Discord an aggregate to dangerous beliefs. They are stuck in a repeating cycle, doom scrolling, and they want to quit it, but they don't know how. Also, Five Pebbles, one of the iterators of the new generation, is suffering from brain rot. We figured it out. Hitting on olives. They're pretty neat. Really horizontal plank and then immediately hold left. That wasn't very horizontal. That actually went really far. Wrong direction. I just don't go as far. Yeah, I was holding left there. Just paste the whole thing again. Yeah, you do have some control over it. Mudkip solos the Marioverse. Oh, that was kind of advanced. Where's that? Okay, here's another idea. Desert bus, but it's like all water, and the rooms are like 3 times as long. And also it has enough cameras to actually let you see where you're going. Although that might be a bit much. Yeah, garbage waste water. Please. Did I hit the wall? No, I didn't. Did I? Jump into the water, press down before you hit the water, and then press jump after you hit the water. There is some timing to it, so it's it takes some time to get used to, but it can become consistent. I think actually Riveted Story Percent kind of gave me the wrong idea about plinking, because in that run you want to do a plink that goes straight up, ideally, and that's actually a lot more difficult. Because you need to slow down perfectly midair. Okay, I'm kind of doing it correctly right now. If your angle is just a little bit off, then you're going to stun yourself on a wall. Fall all the way back down. If you can kind of just like only care about the timing of the jumps. Just hold right. That actually worked out. If I notice that my angle is too high, then I'll try to go for a second point. But if I get like, that was maybe a too high of an angle, but I think it's okay. Yeah, that was good enough. That was a good angle. That's still fine. Probably still a similar time to like stunning myself on the next to the pipe. That's not good. I stay Arceus. You know the whole like billion lions versus every Pokemon debate? That whole thing is so inconsistent because it really depends on where you're getting your information from. Like how strong are the lions? Are they like comparable to Pokemon? Because if they are, then they just instantly win. If you assume that Pokemon are as powerful as they are in like lore, or is it lore? Or is it like I don't know where that information is from, but like things like Arceus just like being God, or like Pokemon that are able to fly and just avoid the lands completely. Or assuming that they're like from the games, in which case they only have a limited uses of their moves, and even if they used every single one of their moves to insta-kill a lion, it would still not be enough to even like make a dent at all. But like if it wasn't in the game, then like obviously some attacks would have some AoE to them, and not just target a single one at a time. From the Pokedex, and that doesn't the Pokedex also say that there's like a Pokemon that's like hotter than the sun? I should probably move on from here. Yes! Thank you, Rivulet. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Also, thank you, Jellyfish. Yeah, the lions just instantly create a black hole. Well, actually, no. I don't think they would. They would not. Even if every single lion was like placed in the exact same locations, they all overlapped each other, that would not be enough to make a black hole. Not even close. If you did compress them all down into a small enough space to make a black hole, it might not even be visible. A billion is a lot, that's true. But so to convert Earth into a black hole, you need to compress it into a sphere that's about 1 centimeter in radius, I think. So like think about like the Earth is pretty big, and 1 billion of any animal doesn't even come close to the size of the Earth. Could use the math. This jump right here is maybe the worst part of the run. And anytime you have to jump out of water with any amount of heights, it's just like, good luck. going up that block, like going up here from the like this, and then mess up the how about just do that instead? Wait, is this easier? It's not to jump out of the water though. Yeah, and then you might not get enough height. So hold on, let me try this whole thing. So I assume enter from this pipe. And do that. Sorry, YouTube chat, I keep ignoring you. Yeah, Mad Cargo solos. Yeah, and if you want to hype up a character as being evil, say they can destroy the entire world, and they basically win every fight automatically. Oops, yeah, I need to get used to this though. Could you also do an EI jump? Yes. That's faster to set up. Although no guarantee you have a rock here. You're probably gonna, if you have a rock, you're probably gonna drop it when you stun yourself on the plank. In any of the rooms. At this point. You could also do this. This probably won't work. Yeah. Doesn't really line up. It's a little too far away. And so at least the jump store works every time if you don't have an item. Whoops. You might want to... It's probably better to save your items for this area. I still don't really know the best way to do this. That was pretty clean. Up and over there. Based on some testing that I did, this is the fastest route. But you know, that could be wrong. Or do you mean like doing that? Oh, that stupid pipe tunnel. Gonna run out of rocks eventually. Unless there's like some jump boost thing you could do here. I don't know if this works. I guess you could maybe just like without any jump boost, you could just make this jump. Was it actually jump boost that was working here? Or shoot. If you don't turn around both the wrong way both times. Yeah, backflips can be difficult. Millimeters. assuming that the lions are massive. 3 cubic meters. That's kind of a lot, right? Either way, yeah, it would be tiny. It would be insignificant. I don't know how long that would take to decay, though. I know there's a certain point where black holes just kind of decay, like, instantly. Yeah, because, like, for, like, relatively small black holes, it takes forever for them to decay, so... Probably less than a second. About the size of a proton. Okay, that sounds about right. I feel like science fiction kind of gives the wrong idea about black holes. Black holes only have, well, they're very extreme objects, but if you compressed Earth into a black hole, it would still have the gravity of Earth, which is like not much. But the thing is that they're so small that you can get really close to them, and the closer you get, the stronger gravity gets by a lot. So like if you like the accretion disk of a black hole, like right next to it is like, that's when like things are moving like close to the speed of light and heating up a ton. That's like right next to a black hole that's like probably like really small on like planetary scales. If you're talking about a black hole that's the size of a proton, that is, you would need to get that close to the black hole in order for light to not be able to escape, right? That's so close. The force of gravity would decay very quickly at any normal distance. Yeah, calculate the gravity too. Still probably insignificant. Wait, can't I do a... Yeah, jump storage works there too. Oh yeah, spinning too. I always forget that spinning black holes exist, but they're like, that's like the default. But people are always like, to make things simpler, let's assume a non-spinning black hole. I want this pole hop to work. Why is it so difficult? That can also happen. Alright, 1 hour, 50 minutes. That's my run. Oh yeah, that is also an assumption. Gravity at a small scale is like an entire can of worms. What do I do now? Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I've not tried this before. Wait, does this even work as reveal it? I don't know. I hope it does. I do like one wall jump into one wall pounce because it just lines up really nicely. I guess you could do 2 wall pounces, but I feel like that'd go too high. I have an open rain world. Yeah, it's opening. It's just taking its time. If you're on planet Earth, I'm on planet Earth, so I don't think I qualify. Okay. I mean, even if it doesn't work, I should be able to just warp there, right? And the Voyager spacecraft. Or are you industrial? Bus. We're lapping. Yeah, it's really funny. I don't know why I was just reminded of this. If you look at the comments for the lap mod, it's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of Pizza Tower players. I have no idea how that would work in Rain World. If that was what the mod is, but it's not. I just find that funny. Like Pizza Tower players are like, oh, I want to add laps to Rain World. I hope there's a mod for that, and this is the mod that they find. Well, okay, I know in Pizza Tower, when you get to the end of a level, your goal is to make it back to the start, but what you can do is choose to do another lap to go back to the end of the level and do the whole thing over again. Which I think is required for something. I don't know, like P rank or something. But it's quite hard because you have a time limit, so you have to be fast if you want to do the whole return trip twice over. Hit game, don't start. Oh, just a moment. So like, what would you lap back through in Rain World, right? It's not separated to like distinct levels. I guess the regions, but like how, like, I don't know. Anyway, here we are. In Desert Bus. 0.0013 newtons. I think what actually happens with really small black holes is they fall, like if they're on Earth, they would just fall towards the center of the planet and just like go through the floor. It's a black hole. Okay, this is Desert Bus. Some of you may have seen this region before. It's basically just this room for a long time. And I like this. I actually like this region a lot for practicing movements. I haven't tried it as vividly yet. Yeah, this region is actually just one room copied a bunch. Nice one. Rivet is actually almost too fast for this region. These platforms aren't long enough. Well, some of them are. Better than half of Watcher. You mean better than Aether Ridge? Goodness, wall punch, they're so ridiculous. Busty travel. Yeah, I'm good. Future Funk is already like 4 minutes long, and that was like a lot to get through. What was that other level? Well Rested. I forget how long that level is, but I played that level a little bit, and I'm not good enough at fight reading to beat that. Alright, trim storage. I think I've done that every single time on this exact point. Desert Bus speedrun. Probably better than some speedruns in Downpour. Although it does get repetitive after like this is the 6th room out of 50, so yeah, you could probably make one video out of it and people would be like, wow, that movement is crazy. Oh my goodness. I need to be like executed every time I do this. Saint spin videos. Moxie, what was the context for posting the Saint spin video in the that one Discord channel? I'm curious. Definitely better than Spearmaster's story. I mean, that's a pretty low bar. That might actually be like the floor. Like, being a speedrun is better than Spearmaster's story. Right. All my videos with high amount of views are like the random ideas that I had right when Downpour released. Like, this would be kind of funny. And I actually had motivation to do anything. I still get comments on that video somewhat regularly. Ah. Ah. Churma teacher noise. That was a pretty good video though. It is funny. I remember someone, was it like some random comment section or something that called you the no polls person? Like that's just what you're known for now? I done myself. Wow. Roll passes are so slow in comparison to EI jumps. It's kind of crazy. Six times now. And like in the YouTube chat, hi YouTube chat. I remember some people in the YouTube chat being like, "Hey, did you see that no polls video?" Oh my! Imagine if I actually had room looping on and I was actually just making no progress. I don't think I noticed. I did look at the work menu. I am going to different rooms. It's like what room is it? There's like was it like the Watcher? I think it was in like Sunlit Port. I like didn't notice when I had the lat mod on. There's probably some rooms in Ancient Urban where you could have lat mod on and not notice. Yep, dude, every single time on the same spot. How do I get consistent EI jumps? Literally, what I'm doing right now is an attempt to get consistent EI jumps. I think this is better than a sandbox mode because you can just keep moving forward. You don't need to keep switching direction and like finding rocks to pick up. I mean, actually, I might want to enable. Oh, great! Enable the throw movement mod where it basically keeps giving you rocks. You can throw boost as much as you want. Okay, now where's the region that's like this mod, but you're going up and you need to cauldron vault to make progress. It's like a really steep staircase, and for every step you need to do a vault, and that just goes on for like 100 rooms. Aether Bridge. Of course, I should expected that. It's like that one room in Tor Desert where it's like the orb skip practicer. You know, you guys know the room. Also, you know what? I'm gonna try something that I'm not gonna like, but I'm just gonna do it for the sake of demonstration. What I could do, turn on DevTools, turn on, oh wow, more than I expected. Where is it? Inverted water. Can I try plinking in that? Void melt. Here it is. So this slows down time in the same way that it does in the depths. And I think each room has a different value. I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, why is it red? This is like the effect in like the final room of the Void Sea. And if you really want, you could practice depths movement like this. Oops, depth tools. Oh, I didn't expect it to change. I can't see anything, man. It's just like the depths. Okay, maybe like 50% would be more realistic. Like I have heat stroke. I don't know, this doesn't feel depth enough. I'm actually doing movement correctly. Frame eater. Oh, is this really bad for the bitrate? Probably is. I'm not gonna do this. Where's the button to get rid of it? I just do this. Okay, be gone. Yeah, enough of that. Can I enable low grab? Wait, hold on. More. 0G. Why does this not work immediately? Do I need to leave and enter the room again? It just doesn't work. Alright, never mind. Just keep going. I think I'll make it to the end of Desert Bus, and then I'll end the stream. Actually, how long have I been going? I can't tell because the stream might have cut out. Maybe I'll make 2 trips. So it might be kind of fast as review it. I feel like whenever I do like speedrun stuff, I don't want to go on for too long because I kind of get burnt out. Yeah, there is no rain in this cycle in this region, but the moment you get to the end and you make it to the gates, the karma gates, it's like instant rain. And you just die instantly. I'm dying instantly too because I'm whiplashing. Okay, this is, I'm gonna kind of go on a tangent here. In Tetris, in modern Tetris, there's this thing called finesse, where it's, well, I don't know what like the exact definition is, but it's like, there's an ideal sequence of inputs that you need to do for each like position that you want to place a piece in. So if you want to place a piece on the far left, you just hold left. If you want to place it on the far right, you hold right. But if you want to place like one tile away from the left or right, you hold that direction and you tap in the opposite direction. That's like the ideal way to do it, right? And if you want to do like two tiles away from the wall, then you do like hold right and then tap left twice. But there's a point where it becomes faster just to tap right a few times instead of holding right and then tapping left. And it changes based on the piece, and sometimes there's like difference on the rotation too. So like the eyepiece, you can rotate it either left or right to nudge it one tile to the left or right. So it might be like hold right and then rotate it right, or hold right and then rotate left, or rotate right first and then hold left, or hold right. Either way. Anyway, it's a pretty important skill to learn finesse if you want to play fast, because you ideally can move the pieces around in as few inputs as possible at a high level. So there's a thing to practice finesse, where basically if you make a finesse mistake, then it resets the round, and you want to try to go as far as possible without resetting. So it basically just kind of forces you to build the habit of doing finesse correctly. Because it's really easy to build bad habits and like tap 3 times to the right instead of holding right and tapping left twice, or some stuff like that, you know. There's all sorts of different scenarios like that. So it basically forces you to do it correctly, like slow down, focus on your inputs, do it correctly, and then once you get used to it and it becomes a habit, then you can start going faster again. And once you have like the muscle memory down to have perfect finesse, then you can like start playing really fast, and that's how good Tetris players become robots. Yep, the room or the screen that makes you corner wall pounce. 5 more hours of stream. It takes like 30 minutes to cross Desert Bus as like Survivor. I feel like with rivulets, you get so much more speed from doing an EI jump that you maintain it for longer. Like if the speed lost from doing a jump and hitting the ground is like a flat value, then it's going to take more jumps for your speed to go back down to normal compared to Survivor. Oh great. I thought there was a rock on the floor I tried to pick up and throw boost with. You are obsessed with the idea of Scurry's speedrunning Rain World. I feel like the fact that Scurry hasn't seriously done speedruns for Rain World kind of reveals how bad speedruns are. Considering that Scurry pretty much like speedruns every other game that they play. Oops. That's an exaggeration, but they have speedrun a lot of the niche games. I'm not confident either. I heard that Scurry ran like a few, like they ran 80% for a little bit and then just kind of said that they weren't interested anymore. I don't know. What's going on? I'm crossing the desert bus. Or I guess I am the desert bus. Yeah, 80% is it's a bit much. Like Saints is also kind of a not good category. It has really fun movements if you enjoy playing Saints. But then there's like a bunch of choke points that have really awful RNG. Oh, we're in a room where it's different. Are the items consistent in here? I don't think so. They're also hard to see. Like there's a little bit of like a foreground effect that can cover. Like there's a rock here, right? So it's a little bit hard to see where the items are. Which I think is actually kind of nice. To, like try to get used to like spamming grab. Because that's something that I mess up all the time. Like seeing the item flash, but like missing the pickup because I'm not expecting it. I assume that's important in the depths where you want as many items as possible. It's hard to see them too. So it should kind of just be spamming grab, but it's kind of hard to do that and do movement tech at the same time. So I'm not spamming grab, but I'm pressing grab every time I do a jump input. So basically whenever I touch the ground. Can we start another war? How many wars have gone on in the YouTube chat without me noticing? Whoops. shake my SMH my head. I love when people say SMH my head and then someone else corrects them like actually you're like that's not how you say it. It's like yeah, it's very obvious that's not correct. Oh, the rock. Cake. I'm not saying that out loud. We love the eye pounces. They always happen exactly when you want them to. Like right there. There's... What is this? YouTube chat, you're like a natural phenomenon that needs to be studied. Oh my goodness. We're back in Outskirts. This song is already played today. I should probably get it around to adding Watcher music to the playlist. I don't know, our music spoilers a big deal. So I think I like the idea of adding like Ignal Spire's music and like ancient urban music, but I don't know. It's part of the DLC. Not Rivulet equals not fun. I probably played Rivulets in the Watcher campaign. Wow. I kind of feel bad for the like handful of regions in the Watcher that are actually really good. Like they're often overlooked. And that, like, my experience with the Watcher was that for the first however many hours I don't remember, but for the first 3 hours, it was just like pure exploration through a new world, discovering new creatures and new items and food and whatever. That was like probably the peak of the experience. And if you just took a different direction, if you decide to take the Aether Ridge route, then it's just a worse experience for you, unfortunately. Whereas if you take the Rusted Rex Desolate Track route, then it's just like, you just get a better DLC. And if you ever decide to like use random portals too much, you also get a worse DLC. Oh, we're almost at the end. Not a fan of Outer Rim. I'm sorry, it's... I can't. That is Signal Spires. Like, so in most cases, if you're playing Rain World Survivor, for example, and you're right before a Karma Gate, let's say you're hitting the Shaded, you make it to Shaded, and you're like, wow, this is a cool area. And you die. Not that bad. You're still back in Industrial. Maybe you lost Karma. Maybe you spend some time getting the Karma back. Maybe a Karma Flower, and it's not a problem. Whatever. You can make it back to Shaded and continue your exploration. Or what if you're like, I don't like Shaded. I don't like this dark. I don't like the spiders. Is yo, it's a dog. Dog in the background. Oh yeah. Actually, if you don't like Shaded, you don't have to go back. You can try going somewhere else. Maybe you end up in Garbage Waste, and you end up finding Moon anyways by taking a different route. If you're playing the Watcher, and you create a random portal to Tor Desert, and you're like, oh, this is a cool area, and die, well, you can't get back. If you create a random portal, it's probably going to send you to a different location. I don't know how the seeding works. I think it's like just random if you're on seed 0. So that's what my experience was. And so I could not return to Tor Desert, this region that I thought was cool and had some new features and stuff that I wanted to explore. In some cases, you end up stuck in a region, like Outer Rim, and you want to get out, but you die and you have to return from a shelter that's really far back, multiple times over. Yeah, I also did the same thing. Go like rot a few regions, come back to Throne, climb all the way back up. Notice that the rot thing is like a little bit bigger. Go do the whole process like 4 more times. I think that's actually intended though. You're supposed to return to the Throne multiple times because there's like new dialogue. Yeah, and it is actually the fastest way to infect the regions. Man, it is kind of sad. I really don't like second ending. I just want to remember the feeling of exploring Rusted Rex, Desolate Tract, Cygnus Spires, Stormy Coast, you know, Badlands. Well, Badlands was a bit mixed at first, but I think it's one of the better regions now. Anyways. Yeah, Ice-Scan is kind of speedrun the whole thing because I think he playtested it before. I should just go all the way back to the start. Nah, I'll probably end soon. Want to see the gate? Instant death gate? Sure. Alright, get ready. It's a little bit abrupt. Skill issue. Wait, is this still the first cycle? Am I back in drainage system? Oh, no, I did shelter here. Okay, that's probably gonna be the end though. I don't. Okay. I think I still want to try to come up with interesting streams. I enjoyed playing the Downpour characters in Watcher's campaign. I don't know. I like the idea of doing more casual things for streams, because I think speedruns can get a little dull. I probably will do, if I get around to doing any speedrun attempts, I'll probably do them off stream. And maybe I'll do a stream to learn a new route or do practice or whatever. Do you watch in the other campaigns? I don't think it's that interesting. You would never increase your ripple level, so you just have like default invis, which is not that strong because it kind of doesn't last for a while. Gimmick YouTube slop. If Bingo gets updated with Watcher, I'll probably play that for a while. Isn't there a new Bingo update? Like just to be compatible with the new version? I'm not entirely up to date with that. I had an idea. If Meadow was more stable, I'd love to do a story mode lobby where I just have a bunch of people join, and if they die, they get kicked. Just see how long everyone could last. But yeah, story mode is not stable enough. People would just die to like creatures being jank. And also lag. I don't know, I just like the idea of doing some sort of like hardcore multiplayer thing in some game. Okay, so if I went to the workshop and downloaded the Miko mod, it would be compatible. Some goals are broken, as to be expected. But I don't imagine it's going to be compatible with the Watcher. That's probably going to take a while, because there's probably going to be need to be like new goals, new checks for like what goals are possible in which regions. Like killing a certain creature in a region, you need to know how many of that creature can spawn in that region. It does work with Watcher. Some goals don't work, yeah. And also like there should be goals for like eating the new kinds of foods or killing new kinds of creatures. I guess, like, are there any other, like, interesting goals? There's no unlocks, there's no pearls. Yeah, like... no karma gates either, there's a bunch of goals like that. Hey, at least there's no, like... well, I guess they'd just be replaced with portals. Carry Squid Kata through 5 portals. So uninteresting. Okay, number 1, Watcher hater. Anyways, that should probably be the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks YouTube chat. I don't know what you guys are doing. Some sort of war went on for the whole stream. But like I appreciate for like playing it out in this stream at least. I mean, I guess you could have done it in some other chat, but you decided to do it in this one. Even though it has like nothing to do with Rainworld. But I guess I appreciate it anyways. Carry a barnacle through 7 cracks in reality. Yeah, killing barnacles would be a good goal. And we get out of here. See ya.